Let's talk care in her care with Miss Cynthia. Click, comment, share. InHerCare.com. What inspired you to open a preschool, and how long have you been in the profession?
Well, I started working in a daycare center with my mother-in-law when I was in high school. So I was just coming after school and cleaning up and, as I got breaks, like just working with being an aide, working with the school kids, cleaning, stuff like that. But when I actually opened up the home daycare, I had already been in the childcare field for about 10 years. I graduated, got my bachelor's in science, tried out an office job. I absolutely hated it. I had 2 kids of my own at the time. My husband was working, driving a train, and I hated his hours. I hated our lifestyle in general. So when the opportunity came up to open up my own home daycare, I took it because I felt that I could do more good opening up a home daycare, pouring my love and my energy into not just other people's kids, but my own kids, and having them build relationships as they're young and get older. So yeah, that's kind of how I started. My son was 1, and I think my daughter was, or maybe he was like 1.5, and our daughter was maybe a little bit closer to 1. They're only 16 months apart, so they were really small. But yeah, and ever since then, I just haven't stopped, and I've loved it. I fell in love with the ability to be able to personalize how I want to give care and provide education and teach little minds. And it's been fun to be able to do all those things and not have someone kind of telling me, hey, like, this is what the curriculum is going to be. I can tailor the curriculum to my kids myself because I know how they all work, and it's not one shoe fits all. They're all very different, and I like to be able to do a lot of base play. But yeah, that's kind of how I started, and I've been doing it now for about 20 years in the childcare field, but my own home daycare for 10.
And why is it important to put an emphasis on tailored curriculum versus one size fits all, especially in a preschool setting?
Home daycares, it's just really different. I think a lot of people think about daycare and they're like, oh, you just, watch the kids all day. But it's like, no, it's not just a babysitting gig. It's not just, hey, drop your kids off and we're just watching TV all day and we're laid up on the couch. It's my home daycare is set up like a preschool. We still have structure. We still do circle time. We still have education just like any other preschool. It's just based out of my home. And it's not just preschool hours where it's like, hey, drop your kid off for 3 to 4 hours. They're doing pre-K and they're going home. I do it all in one setting. And because it is a very large age range that I have at my home daycare, that's why I tailor the curriculum to be around my kids, because I don't just have a specific age group. It's a mixed age group. So I want to make sure that everyone is able to learn and be able to be involved. So if that means doing multiple different crafts, multiple different activities, switching it up, it's different every day for all my kids. They all get something out of it and they're all able to learn together. And I've noticed that all my younger kids, they learn so much and pick up so much from my older kids. And it's nice to see that they build those relationships, because in college or in a work setting, we're not always stuck with the same ages. We are in an office with different age groups. We are in college with people of different ages. It's not all one age. I'm not in my college class with all 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 20. No, like I could have a 50-year-old, a 60-year-old who's coming back to add to their education, or maybe they're coming back to finish their education, and that's perfectly fine. We all learn from each other from different life experiences. So I enjoy the fact that I'm able to do that and provide that for my children here.
Let's talk care in her care with Miss Cynthia. Click, comment, share.
and hercare.com.